What's up guys, this is Lamorza Blanca. We're back with another virtual on build for you all. This time we are doing Fei-Yen. So this character, similar to Viper, was all about speed, all about movement, using that mobility in order to get the advantage on your opponent. And this build is as close to that representation as possible. Just like all my other virtual on builds, if you are at all interested in trying this one for yourself, please feel free to check the code out in the description. Download it, play with it, let me know what you guys think. I'm always interested to hear what you think about these builds. I love making them, and if you guys love playing them, that just makes it all the better. So again, thank you for those of you that are checking this stuff out. When it came to Fei-Yen, she had three main weapons. She had her bow gun, which shot out two very quick projectiles. She had the heart beam, which was a single heart-shaped beam, which was good in terms of the amount of damage that it did. And then she also had a hand beam, which shot out a series of orbs in order to keep pressure on her opponent. Going into this build, I was surprised to find a series of weapons that actually replicated that pretty well. So with our right arm unit, we're going with the Nebula. Now this is going to be a replication of our heart beam. Yes, I know it doesn't look like a heart, but it's purple, which is kind of close to the pink that you'd get from Virtual On. It does a fair amount of damage, it shoots out that singular shot. Also, the charge is pretty good as well, so this is what we're going with. Going into the left arm unit, not mentioned before, but Fei-Yen is very well known for her melee attack sword, so we have the Coral Oscillator, and able to rush in, get that quick damage, or if you charge it up, then you're going to do a ton of damage, a ton of stagger. Also, red, again, trying to keep with the pink theme that we have here. As we go into the right back unit, our plasma missile launcher is going to mimic her hand beam. So very similar to the several orbs that she shoots out, plasma missile launcher, series of orbs going out and doing a fair amount of damage to her opponent, trying to mimic the look and feel of that as much as possible. And our bow gun is going to be the needle missile launcher. Just like with the bow gun, two projectiles that are super fast, very difficult to dodge, and do a fair amount of damage, and in Armor Core's case, a great amount of stagger. So this is going to be a great tool to get that opponent in that crit hit state. When it came to the frame for Fei-Yen, this one was tricky because none of the headpieces have the iconic pigtails. For the head, we decided to go with the Alba. I felt like it most closely resembled what we're looking for in a Fei-Yen compared to some of the other heads. We were at least able to get the little gold yellowish pieces that she's known for as far as that headpiece is concerned, but again, unfortunately no pigtails, but this is the best that we got. For the core, we went with the ephemera. Again, just trying to replicate the look as close as possible for our Fei-Yen. The arms are the 46Es, that again, that word that I have no idea how to say, so I'm not even gonna try. This I was very happy to find because it very closely resembles the layered look that you get from Fei-Yen, as well as the Alba legs. It has what you would consider kind of like a skirt that you'd get from that character, as well as with the high heel look that we have here. So very happy to find something that resembled this just as closely. And for the inner workings of the build, I personally am a huge fan of the Alulas anytime you can get a lightweight build, and we are just under the 62-400 quick boost reload ideal weight that we're looking for in order to use this, so we had to use that. We went with the FCS G2P05 because a lot of the fighting that we're going to be doing, especially with our plasma rifle, is going to be around mid-range, so this is what we decided to go with for our FCS. And then the generator, again, gotta be Arquebus because we have to have that iconic blue flame as all the Virtual On characters have. And then the VP20C was a good mix of energy capacity, recharge, as well as trying to keep it fairly light in terms of keeping our speed build true to a classic Fei-Yen. As far as the strat for this build is concerned, it's going to be dependent upon what you're going against. If you are playing against something a little bit more powerful, has more firepower, is really trying to get in close because it has a lot of melee weapons, you're playing keep away. You're using the Nebula, you're using your plasma missiles and that needle launcher in order to keep them at bay, chip away their damage in order to sneak out a win if they can't catch you. If you're going against something lighter, that's when you want to start including the oscillator in order to get those charge attacks, get them staggered, get a bunch of damage from that stagger by using the needle gun, and then of course the plasma missile launcher and the Nebula will slowly help you do damage along the way. But the needle gun is going to be your biggest impact dealer as well as the oscillator. So trying to incorporate those as much as you can if it is a speed against speed close range type battle. But the nice thing about this build is it does have a little versatility. You can play keep away or you can zip around if you want. Now, the one drawback I will say is that our core, the ephemera, is not great in terms of boost energy consumption. So unfortunately, with the generator and the ephemera, we only get 4 boosts before we have to recharge. Again, very quick, very agile. Big fan of this one. You just got to be very mindful of how you're boosting and your energy consumption as you play this build. And that's Fei-Yen. Feel free, check them out. All the codes can be found in the description. Let me know what you guys think. If you're enjoying these videos at all, please be sure to like and subscribe as well. We are very close to finishing out all the virtual on builds. We have already done a ton, so make sure you guys check those out as well. But as I've said in all my other videos, I'm going to go ahead and shut my mouth so we can watch some PvP gameplay. Again, thank you for coming through and checking out the build. I'm La Muerte Blanca, and I'll catch you guys next time.